Vietnamese coffee, served hot or iced. It is a very strong, very sweet, caffeinated treat that's typically brewed using a special metal filter. But I'm going to show you a simple hack that you can use to make it even if you don't have the proper equipment. Hey friends, you don't have to spend all your money down at the coffee house just to get a good drink, and you don't have to buy fancy machines or equipment to make it at home. I'm going to show you how simply and easily it is to make a good cafe drink right at home. I got you covered, so let's get started. The first thing we will need is our ground coffee. Café du Monde Coffee and Chicory is a New Orleans specialty served at the coffee stand with the same name. It has become one of the top coffee choices for making Vietnamese coffee because of its bold flavor and the bitterness from the Robusto beans and the added chicory. So now we have the coffee, a glass, sweetened condensed milk, and the brewing filter called a phene, which will sit on top of the glass and brew directly into it. The phene consists of a metal lid, an internal weight which contains holes, a brewing cup, which also contains holes, and lastly, the disc, also with holes. Add a couple spoonfuls of the sweetened condensed milk directly into the bottom of the glass, depending on how sweet you like it. Then put a couple spoonfuls of the ground coffee directly into the brewing cup. Give it a little bit of a shake to level out the grounds inside. Place the disc on top of the glass, followed by the cup, then the weight sits on top of the ground coffee. Add a small amount of hot water and allow the coffee to bloom while it absorbs the liquid. This will take about 30 to 60 seconds. Then add more hot water until the brewing cup is about 3/4 of the way full. Cover it with the metal lid to keep the heat inside as it slowly begins to brew. This will take a while, so you might want to find something to do. The water will slowly pass through the coffee and the filter into the cup. I mean really slowly. I mean really, really slowly. After about 5 minutes, your brew will be complete. You can transfer the filter onto the lid and give the coffee a good stir to combine the condensed milk. Then, your coffee is ready to enjoy. But let's see how it works if you don't have one of those metal filters. For this version, you will need a couple tall glasses, a paper coffee filter, and a rubber band. Add the sweetened condensed milk to the glass as before. Cover it with the paper filter and secure it with the rubber band. Try to get the rubber band close to the bottom edge of the filter on all sides. Then, using the second glass, gently press it into the center of the paper filter, guiding it along the glass with your free hand. We have now made our own brewing cup that will hold the ground coffee. As before, we will add a small amount of hot water to allow the coffee grinds to bloom. A little bit escaped through the filter, but I do try to avoid that. Allow it to rest a minute to absorb, and then slowly add small amounts of hot water at a time. If it is still dripping into the cup too fast, the coffee is not fully bloomed yet. You'll know it's ready when it is able to release a slow drip. If we poured the water all at once, it would move through the filter too quickly and lack that bold flavor that we are trying to achieve. When the brewing process slows down, you can use more water at a time, waiting for it to pass through before continuing each pour. As before, the brewing process will take between 3 to 5 minutes. When the brewing is complete, you can slide the rubber band down the glass and carefully remove the paper filter. You can then get rid of the rubber band and stir to combine the condensed milk. Both of these brewing methods can be served right away, or you can add some ice cubes and stir until well chilled. Whether you prefer it hot or cold, these are both very popular and will make a nice treat for a hot day. Speaking of nice treats, be sure to treat yourself to some of my other videos, where I try to break down my favorite recipes into easy-to-make versions that you can do at home. Thanks and enjoy!